In this lesson, we're going to add some federated data to our markers so they can visualize the states of the smart devices that the markers are representing. Now, as we saw previously, the states of our smart devices are being stored in this smart device database that is on this URL. And in the data federation chapter, we took our house iTwin and added a new branch of data to it, which was the smart device JSON that we just saw. We did this by adding some code to our application. The code we added was the device status API class. It's a very simple class. All it contains is one method called getData, which fetches the data from the URL that we just saw. Now, how do we add this data to our markers? We go over to our decorator class and we get our federated data by calling the getData method. Let's do a simple console log here just to see the output of this data. Hit save. I'll do a Control-Shift-I here. Here is our object, and this contains the states of our smart devices. All right, pop quiz here. How are we going to find out which smart device data belongs to which particular device? Now, as we saw before, we can do this through a common ID that our iModel contains. This is the ID that associates our iModel data with the outside data source that we just added. In this case, the common ID is the smart device ID, such as bed 001, 2, and 3. And the good news is our markers already have the smart device ID on them. If you hover over the markers, you'll see here's dishwasher 001, we got bed 002. Now we can use this smart device ID to key into the data that we want to extract, and that's the data that we'll pass into each individual marker. Now going back to our code, we can do this when we instantiate our smart device marker. We pass in our federated data and we use the smart device ID to extract out the data for that particular device. Of course, we'll need to update the smart device marker class to take in the federated data as a parameter. Now with this simple change, each marker has access to the data for that particular device that it's representing. Our markers now have federated data, and the next step is to present this data on our markers using the power of tooltips. And that's exactly what we'll do in the next lesson.